Yeah, so I shot a pig last night. We'll post that video out. I missed him about 8 inches to the right. It was good up and down, but left to right, it was about 8 inches right. And luckily for me, I was using the Grim Reaper Carnivore. That thing tore that pig up. It didn't have a chance. Once we recovered it, I'm going to watch the video back, but I came out this morning and I shot. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't the arrow flying crazy or my bow got out of tune or something from the trip back from New Mexico. And I shot two arrows, dead nuts. High and right. That's craziness. Probably left. Not too bad. So very little adjustment would get those two dialed in, but at 30 yards they're off. I don't like that. All right, so the Schwacker, not bad. Half inch up, maybe inch and a half left. That could have been me. Should I shoot them both again? Let's do it. A little knock pinch on this. That might be what's causing that. Might have to redo my D-loop. That was a little higher and a little left. It's consistently left and consistently high. That one was just a little more high than. You know what? It might be the knock. I'm going to go retie my knock and we'll try it again. Just so you guys can see what I was talking about, there's just a little bit of knock travel here. And somewhere between New Mexico and here, that knock travel got off. My old D-loop started pinching the knock and my arrow was bouncing as I was pulling back. So that means that the string was grabbing and it wasn't sliding across the rest. So it's funny that John Dudley did a video a couple days ago and released it about that very thing and said it would really affect your accuracy. Now, I understand. I just shot a couple shots and I could tell something was wrong. But if you shoot something and it's high left, inch high and 2 inches left, theory would be the next time you shoot it, it would do the exact same thing. Well, the Schwacker was a little bit left again the second time, but it was like 3 or 4 inches high, so it wasn't grouping. And then the MONTEC did the same thing. It was high, a little right, and then the second time it was low and center. So at 30 yards, I should be able to touch fletchings. That's why I'm not shooting them at the same dot. So I'm not a great shot, but I just know my equipment and I know what my arrows will do at that distance. So that explains why my shot last night was a little bit right. I probably was shaking a little bit. I probably torqued it a little bit because I get excited when I shoot animals, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, if my D-loop was pinching my knock at the knock point, that would explain why that arrow did not fly to the spot I was aiming, or at least a little closer. 8 inches is a long freaking way off when you're at 20 yards. I was 21 yards. So that being said, we're going to fire this Schwacker now. We'll go top dot on the Schwacker, 30 yards, and see if it flies true. Okay, here we go. That's pretty true. I'm going to say it was the D-loop. So the Schwacker would probably go in my quiver if I was going to shoot a Schwacker. We're going center dot. Center. That's it. That's a wrap. You should definitely know how to work on your equipment and know your equipment. It's Sunday morning. If I was going out hunting and my arrow was flying 3 or 4 inches high at 30 yards, just imagine what it would do at 40 or 50 yards. And if I had a broadside elk at 40 yards, I would take that shot. I feel confident at that yardage. But now, knowing that my arrows were flying crazy, I wouldn't do that. So it took me 15 minutes, maybe less, to cut the old D-loop off, retie the knock point, and retie the D-loop. And now my arrows are flying true. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this, because there's people out there that don't talk about the mistakes they're making. I made the mistake. I don't know what I did. My bow was in a case all the way back from New Mexico. It has been 104,000 degrees. Maybe that's it. Maybe it got hot and it stretched and expanded and contracted, and now I'm in the air conditioning in the shop. I don't know. But anyway, that knock point was pinching. The arrow was doing this coming back, and it should have been just smooth on the rest. And they weren't flying great. Shot a couple this morning. They flew good enough, I thought, But again, those are ones that I knew were flying good. Yeah, that being said, share your mistakes and what you did to fix it. I retied my D-loop. I would encourage you to watch the videos, learn that same stuff about your equipment. I don't want to cancel my whole hunt because my D-loop's pinching my arrows. Anyway, peace out, Girl Scout.
Don't forget, click like, click subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notified. Thanks for watching.